in a closed secret room. The man who was in a coma slowly woke up, unconsciously turned his head to look around, startled and threatened, a dead mouse lying beside him. Stood up and started looking around, the whole room except for an iron door. Only one cabinet remains. Lao Wang said that it was a hoax of his colleagues, pull out the phone to ask for help. But there is no signal in this. He was starting to get a little hasty, constantly verbally abusing a colleague is a bastard, out of here will definitely count on him. He started to temper. Repeatedly punched and kicked the cupboard. But of how the cabinet door is not open. To the second day. Lao Wang woke up hungry and thirsty. But there is no food or water in here. There was no choice but to take off her leather shoes, then pee urine in leather shoes. Difficulty drinking down. The taste is not good though, but fortunately, water can be added after drinking. Continue to scold colleagues. Can't break the iron door, can only take out the light bulb. But now he plays Hoenn in the key light bulb, so smash the lamp. Take the key to open the cabinet door. Inside there are 2 oxygen tanks, with some tools. Elder Wang tried using a hammer and chisel to break the door. Chisel a few times, but it didn't work. Then he sets the liquid. Start using fire alarms on the ceiling. Try to get water. Unexpectedly this was a fake siren. Then use fire to burn the iron door, but still to no avail. This made Lao Wang extremely angry. Turn the cupboard to the ground. Get rid of anger inside. Also smash the siren. After venting anger hid in the corner to rest. Under the absence of food. He wants to save his energy as much as possible. Suddenly discovered a small hole in the back of the cabinet. So take the hammer and chisel up and start chiseling the wall. Chisel for a long time to make a hole that is not too deep. At this point the secret room began to lack oxygen. Lao Wang was annoyed to directly inhale the oxygen gas in the bottle. Almost made him comatose. Quickly turn off the switch. I'm really hungry. Can only pick up maggots around the mouse to eat. Flies are small but are also meat. More or less can add a little bit of food. After eating, drink his urine. I can't feel like this going on. Forced to smash this wall. The second time was half chiseled. Found inside there are steel bars. Use an oxygen tank to burn off the steel bar. The third time finally finished punching the hole. Fit the trigger can slip inside. But when he went to the other side he immediately ignored it. This room is exactly like your room just now. Also has an iron door, but with an extra coffin beside it. Because to preserve the purpose, he pulled the lamp, take the chisel and slowly walked towards the coffin. When opening a new coffin discovered, there was also a girl inside. Old King had no reason to be locked in a closed room without cause. In here, apart from the iron door, there is not any way out. Also without food. When hungry, I can only drink my own urine to supplement my strength. He used a tool to chisel through the wall. Step into another room. This room has a coffin. Open the coffin, inside there is a girl lying. The girl woke up by the Lao Wang noise, because the 2 languages are different. The girl was a bit afraid of the Elder King, immediately hid into his room. But Lao Wang didn't notice, just lying in the coffin and began to sleep. To the 3rd day. The girl is too scared, can only come to the side of the Old King again. She wanted Lao Wang to continue cutting the wall. Maybe after the chisels are done you two can leave. The old royal family who had been starving for 3 days really had no strength left. Want girls to cooperate. The girl was afraid that Lao Wang would hit her hand, so asked to change. But her strength is too small. Don't say puncture the wall. Having a trace is very good. L? A V? Angie looked at the situation and could only do it on her own. But after a while he started to give up. Because I don't have much energy to waste. At this time the woman P escaped to another room for convenience. As a result, Lao Wang also followed, although the 2 of them have no way of communicating. But through the Elder King's body movements, the girl understands what I mean. The current Old King is too thirsty, under your threat. She can only agree, then watched Lao Wang drink his urine. She felt nauseous and helpless, under the advice of the Elder King. I also drank a little. Then Lao Wang picked up the maggots from the ground and ate them. Such a move surprised the girl. She won't eat this anyway. Lao Wang continued to cut the wall, but the stamina is getting weaker and weaker. When the girl saw that, she sang, encourages him to persevere and try. Suddenly Lao Wang slapped his middle arm. He roared angrily. The woman hastily tore her headscarf, wrapped around Lao Wang's arm. I myself cannot continue to punch the wall anymore. Can only hold the chisel, and the chisels are done by the girl. They must speed up. Otherwise very quickly, he will faint due to lack of fitness. After the girl chiseled several times, suddenly the iron gate behind him moved. The girl rushed past it, but the door is restored to its original position. Very quickly Lao Wang found out just not looking at the door, it will open automatically. So Lao Wang asked her not to see. The 2 of them turned their backs on the door and slowly approached. Time was back to the side of the door. The door is indeed open. Capital that thought it was possible to escape, but they were completely desperate when they saw the scene from the other side. What it feels like to be stuck in a secret room alone. Lao Wang encountered such a thing. Along with him there is a girl. You 2 have been locked up for 3 days. It's not easy to puncture the wall. Again found that the other side of the door was such a room. There is a hole the size of a coffin in this room. You 2 are really desperate. Try using the previous tricks. Turn his back on the iron door, hoping to open it. But this time the door did not move. They are helpless that they can only take a hole. After a while of gouging, Old King completely lost his strength, lying motionless on the ground. 3 days without drinking anything, he started to have a fever. At this time, Lao Wang thought of something. Was the planner deliberately locked the two inside? The purpose is for them to kill each other, Lao Wang said and then spoke again. But in the end, he couldn't reach her. I am a good person after all. The woman tried her best to pull the old king, put him on the ground. Old king had completely lost his voice. At this point the woman began to decline. She cried one side and cursed. Tears fell into the Lao Wang's mouth. Made him wake up. Then gently remove his clothes. Lao Wang was awakened by this action. After that, the two of them did a bit of movement. After exercising, go to sleep deeply. Do not know how long after, Lao Wang woke up. Looking at the woman curled up beside her, he reached the coffin with difficulty, tore off the inner lining to cover the woman. Suddenly the door moved. Hearing the sound, Lao Wang quickly awakened the woman. Both are afraid the door will close. Can only turn his back on the slowly approaching door. Lao Wang had no way to go by himself. The woman supported him carefully. The moment the two of them opened the door, the sight that met their eyes was astonishing. It is like paradise. The scent of flowers and birds flying, flowing water. Iron Doors produced in 2010. For a movie Escaped from the Secret, that said. Information that the director gives viewers a little bit, but we can also rummage through one too. In fact, the two of them died in the first place. Below a few points can be analyzed. Lao Wang once said he did not remember anything before falling into a coma, and the girl didn't say anything of her either. Moreover, the girl was found inside. Because only dead people cannot remember the previous stories. The hole in the last room, essentially a grave. Perhaps the director wants to show the world after he dies, the path from hell to heaven, from the two's original hatred. Come help each other and be tolerant. And finally the two's desperate struggles. Past all the roads, finally to heaven. Okay, this week let's come here. If you like my video, don't forget to follow it. We will see you next week.